You are listening to another Third Coast Nerds podcast. I'd totally wreck shop on Robot Wars. I've got blenders for hands.
When I made that one, Robot Wars had just come back. So it's been a while.
Yeah, you missed the window a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
Now, like, half of our subscribers that only listen because they have a crush on our robot voice are like, oh,
Yeah.
she's got blender hands? That complicates things.
Could be a dough beater, too.
It's not going to be a happy ending. It's definitely going to be one to remember.
I don't know why I keep wanting to say whiskey dick. Whiskey dick. I'm safe.
Well, that's a way to start a show.
It's another one of these late starts and we're full of spaghetti, so yeah, it's just
Spaghetti.
It was good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I posted the comment when he said about it. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna go 8 Mile on the podcast. We're gonna have mom spaghetti. Like, this is gonna be great."
Yeah.
Reminded me of soccer season.
How?
Oh, when we had big games, they'd carb load us at school. One of the moms would come in and make spaghetti for the team. So our lunch would be longer than usual, and we'd carb load.
Carb load.
Yes.
Not carb load. I was like,
Take it however you want.
I was like, this is one I haven't heard of before. A little worried
Nope, came out
because
all right.
we did watch that episode of My Strange Addiction where the guy had an affair with his car.
No.
What kind of car was it?
It was like a Mazda 3, like an old Mazda 3 or something like that.
No, there's a documentary about two guys that meet online through the people that are throwing the documentary. They both love Herbie, the bug.
Thought you said herpes.
So yeah, that one. I had to find that one for you. It's entertaining.
No,
they do a road
to go
trip.
with Neil's carb loading would be the My Strange Addiction of the chick that eats the mattress cushions.
Oh yeah, of course.
or the couch.
You carb loaded. Do you ever foam loaded?
That's like act like an internal silencer. Like you can't hear your tummy grumbling.
No, but they go into detail about how you can't digest it, and it basically just pipe clears its way through your system and comes out as a lump of foam. Like
Nice.
if you were on hard
Pure
times,
cycle.
if you were on hard times and the nuclear apocalypse happened and it somehow eradicated all the mattress foam, if she sheltered it from the blast, you can rebuild a mattress from what's in her. She's eaten, like, in her lifetime, she's eaten like 6 mattresses.
Yeah.
How much bleach would you have to put on it?
How much what?
How much bleach?
Too much. There's not enough. There's not enough.
Did she eat the mattress cover too, or
No, just the inside
mattress?
cushions. Yeah, just the inside.
Yeah,
it'd be great.
Every
You
Wednesday,
see a
it's a
spring coming out.
Oh.
Just think of the spring turning.
Like she was going. Oh, come on.
Or
This never happened on my Play-Doh factory.
well, so that's what kind of show it's going to be, guys. So thanks for tuning in.
Well, to follow up the tub of
Don't
I can't remember.
tub.
Who was it?
I thought you were going with Tub Girl. We're not doing that.
No. Who was it? Like a few episodes ago, that I was going off about. If you packaged her dung in Tupperware and sold it on eBay, how much could you get for it? Was it Summer?
Yeah, I think it was Summer.
Summer Glau?
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but it was
I think we came up with a number.
I don't think.
Were you here for that one?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
No.
Well,
How much?
here's what the conversation was, and it was all my fault.
Yes,
Neil's going to get mad.
There was a lot of poop talk.
No, not again.
No,
So we're calling that a Tuesday night poop talk?
Poop talk.
Poop talk. Yeah. Tuesday night poop talk.
Tuesday night poop talk. That's the coming
I'm going
soon,
out on Tuesdays.
Coming
right?
coming soon from Edward and Chad. Tuesday night poop talk on 3CN.
There you go.
Tune in for all of your fecal
Oh,
inquiries.
hey, isn't there like a website that you rate your poo?
RateMyPoo.com.
There you go.
Didn't the one from The Verge end up on there?
I think it did. I do remember there being a local poo at one point.
There was a local poo because it crested the top of the seat.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm glad I worked overnights. I don't remember a lot of these.
Probably was someone on overnight.
It probably would have been.
When people run back onto the floor and say, "Everyone go on aux, you have to come see this."
Yeah.
And it's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no. It's hard to say no. You're like,
I used to have
Did
that
you
picture
take the
first.
picture?
Someone sent me
I didn't take the picture.
I got texted the picture, so it was someone we knew.
Someone was gagging as they were walking out of the bathroom, saying what it was. I was like, I don't want to see that. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. It was like, it's over the seat. It's over the seat. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good with that.
Oh God,
I'm
that's
okay.
disgusting.
I want to know who came to work and lost 30 pounds. You know, who needed a belt the rest of the day?
Yeah, and just went home because they're like, I may need to go to the doctor later. I don't know. Some of that may not have been food. I don't know what that was.
I should have had some of the mattress pad. It could soak some of that up.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like they do in construction nowadays. Like if they don't have enough concrete, they just like cut down a tree and just put that where the foundation's gonna go and pour concrete over it. Like it'll be good. It's just
Close
it's
enough.
filler. It's
Yeah.
filler material.
Yeah.
I saw that article about that, like water soaking concrete. Looked pretty cool.
Yeah, that's it was primarily developed. Well, at least I first heard about it on racetracks because like water runoff is a big problem on racetracks.
I heard it at racetracks and airports.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Yeah, you can't have a plane skip derp off the end of the runway.
Yeah.
Just wondering, like, if does it freeze inside
where does
before
it
it
go?
drains?
That was my question too, but apparently they work with like the water table underneath because something I learned in architecture when you're doing like community development and stuff like that, you have to deal with the landscape underneath the soil because it's basically like if you look at a valley or look at a mountain range, you have that exact same thing buried underground.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with the fact that there's like underground rivers. Gravity and water always win. That was basically the rule that we were told.
Yeah.
So with those two laws plastered at the front of the classroom in architecture, gravity and water always win. When you do your community planning, you have to plan around what you see underground. So we went. This is how you win best in state. You do all the land survey stuff that no one else does because everyone else just designs pretty houses. And you're like, no, this is how it's going to last forever. So you deal with all the water runoff and plan your community around that, which no one does now.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. When they plan a racetrack, I don't know. They probably do it at airports too, but I'm not as schooled on airports. But when they do it for racetracks, they go. If you want to build one that lasts forever, then you take a look deep underground and see how the water flows. So they plan the track around that.
Cool. I wonder if they did that when
They plan it around that.
Yeah, around the water.
Around the
runoff.
water.
Around the water. Around the water. Basically, take a look. So you don't want to block off those natural pathways because if they're already there, they've already been there for a long time. So
Gotcha.
the way water flows off of a racetrack really plays into the way it's eventually going to be shaped around these things. Most of them don't cover enough land,
What
but
came
like
first, the circle of the racetrack or the water table?
the table.
the table. Yeah.
Oh, so they did it to make sure.
Well, water table's all underground.
Yeah, like you
yeah,
can't.
no, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, so they're like, okay, well, this is how we're going to start building tracks because of this.
No, not ovals.
Locations.
No, I'm not talking about
Locations.
ovals.
This isn't NASCAR.
Where they're putting it.
Okay,
Where they're going to put the track.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not talking about ovals.
Oh.
Like
They don't
ovals is
wanna
like.
put They don't want to put a track in that's going to be gone in X number of years because it's going to get washed away.
Gotcha.
Everything
Yeah.
underneath the track, for hundreds of
shifting
feet could
and-
start shifting,
Yeah.
and then you're screwed.
Yeah.
Then you
Like,
end up with
ovals don't matter. If that thing fills up with water, they'll race freaking jet skis. It doesn't matter, man. Rednecks will show up and watch anything going in a circle. Take a left turn. Look at it. Yeah, look at that rooster tail, boy.
all I see is Larry the Cable Guy on a Sea-Doo selling heartburn medication because there is a commercial where he's doing circles in the water
Ladies
with
and
the
gentlemen.
rooster.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Third Coast Nerds podcast, we don't just talk about nerdy news. We create industries. We've already given you movies for the next decade. We're going to go ahead and make a new sport.
Yeah.
And you put a number 88 on it, put Dale Jr. on it, put a freaking Cialis commercial right on top of it.
Oh, there
freaking
you
done,
go.
man.
Sold.
Done.
I get me some season
Coors
tickets.
Coors Light.
You can send that check too.
Unfortunately, you also have to sell Miller Lite
And then
And Coors.
and Coors.
And then for like the upper seats, some Red Dog.
Yeah.
I don't have to drink it. It's not like I have to participate in someone else's mistakes.
Very true. Very
If everyone else wants to instigate their own mugging with their poor choices, that's their problem.
All right.
It's 10 minutes in, we're already hating. I didn't even stop. Look at that. Look at didn't even.
Yeah, I was going to point that out earlier, but I
Yeah.
figured we'd see.
Yeah.
It's So that way we'd know how long it took you to start the timer.
We'll offset it by like 10 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere out there.
We're bad about keeping time about anything.
Yeah.
I'm bad about keeping time.
I don't wear a
about anything.
watch, and my phone's not supposed to make noise for the next hour and whatever.
You
so.
guys have it easy because if something doesn't get counted, you just all look at me.
Yeah.
Like you don't all have computers sitting in front of you too.
Meh.
Yeah. We can't control that one though.
Yeah, this is true. Well,
That's the one. That's the master computer.
The master clock.
So, Scream Queens.
It's
Don't look at
amazing.
me.
You're not. You've already checked out. You don't want to watch it at all.
I
Dude, Jamie Lee Curtis is hilarious.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis in the first episode was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was a good rant.
Oh God, yeah.
I was like,
she's awesome,
wow,
man.
like this is happening
Yeah.
on Fox.
I still
Really?
need more.
Yeah.
Give me
I
a
think
reason to watch it.
This is where cross promotion actually hurt it for me, because American Horror Story only puts out good TV every other year.
Oh,
This
okay.
is
I was
true.
gonna say, I thought
This
you were
is
going to go with they put out good TV. I was like, oh no, we're going to talk about season 2.
It's been one and 3 were good so far.
Okay.
And then 4 wasn't, and now isn't 5 about to start, or is 4 about to start?
I thought 4 was about to
Okay.
start.
Well then,
No, it went.
Isn't it 5?
I thought it was 5
No,
too.
they went the house, the
Witches?
hospital,
The hospital,
the witches, and now this.
the circus.
Oh, I didn't watch.
Yeah,
the
he did
circus.
Freak Show.
I totally forgot about the circus.
Yeah,
Because it looked
That's
god
every
awful in the trailer.
I seriously am I going to watch it this year? Because last year was bad.
Okay, so yeah,
because they've added someone.
They're
to
doing
it this
Hotel.
year.
Lady
Yeah.
Gaga.
Yeah,
Season-
Lady Gaga. So that didn't help my case.
Yeah.
Case.
Well, it is an odd numbered season.
It is, so
which has
I'm
traditionally
recording
been
it.
good.
I'm recording it because of that. But that's where it hurt, because it has a lot of the same look and feel to it as
No.
the yes. No. I know it's completely different, but I'm talking the promotions, commercials, things like that.
Okay.
It feels a lot like the last 2 seasons ago of American Horror Stories promotions. The fact that the lead girl is from there.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Some of the
I
same
mean,
people
yeah,
behind
they are-
it.
they are
It just
pushing that,
it's
but-
kind of got that taste in my mouth to where I'm gonna have to wait a while and get some feedback from people besides Ed that it's good.
Wait, hold on.
because-
Why do you say besides Ed with so much emphasis? Like I've steered you wrong before.
We've already established you're a 12-year-old girl.
So 12-year-old girls sometimes have good taste. They like the Jonas Brothers.
So what else? What all do you watch on the CW?
So far, I'm pretty.
Wait, hold on. We gotta start talking about what we watch on the CW, because I'm pretty sure all of us watch at least 2 or 3 shows on the CW.
I think I watch 2 now.
Okay.
3.
Well, Arrow and Flash, it's an easy call.
Supernatural.
Oh, I did start Arrow. I don't know what channel that came on because I never watched it on TV.
Isn't Grimm on that channel too?
No,
I don't
that's the
know.
one with the peacock.
Yeah,
NBC.
that's NBC, I think. Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of what's on what network because it all just airs on my computer.
Yeah, I know. That's,
yeah,
That's
so
my
there
problem.
you go. I mean, you want to talk about the CW? You watch The Arrow, Supernatural.
to be fair, I watched
Wait,
the Arrow.
didn't you watch that like Glee thing though?
That's on Fox.
Yeah, Kyle.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. See, I
I only watched it until like season 3 or something like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
then I just
that right there.
I am like a girl because I lost interest.
You're
I was
not
like,
you're
I'm
not going to
done.
watch America's Next Top Model.
I never watched.
Oh, iZombie's a CW show.
iZombie is awesome.
I don't watch
too.
that one though.
I watched that.
Yeah, all the rest of these I didn't even know these were shows.
No, but yeah, that's what's kind of killed it for me was just the fact that
Well, because they were strongly pushing that American Horror Story connection with.
yeah, they were, and I'm like, dude, that's not going to do it because
Ah man,
the
but
lovely thing about an anthology type show like that is that it changes from year to year. You know, Fargo's doing it.
True Detective.
True Detective. I don't watch that one either. But there's
on my
3 or
list.
4 now that are doing it.
True Detective, man.
But yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about it is that seasons 1 and 3 were good. 2 and 4 were not. So you do have that opportunity rather than like, well, this whole show sucks. It's at 50% right now. You know, that's
It
not
depends.
bad. Except for
It-
if it's free throw percentage.
It always depends. Cause
Well, I mean, but you get a job still, Dwight Howard.
True.
whatever.
DeAndre Jordan. Fantasy basketball starts up next week or a week and a half, fellas. So get used to that.
17th for us.
Yeah.
That's when the league starts.
And then preseason is around the
Oh,
same
God,
time.
yes.
So basketball's about to start happening again.
Hockey, anyone? Nobody hockey?
Yeah.
Hockey?
I like hockey.
Yeah.
Been to a few games.
Yeah. We're
Then they went away.
we got to schedule a game. We're going to schedule a trip to Dallas to go see a Stars game.
Dallas is like hell.
I got some people in Dallas.
It's either that or the Ice Gators in Broussard or Lafayette.
That could be fun.
Good Lord. What happened to the Houston Arrows?
Shipped them off.
We sold them.
Because, I mean, I watched one hockey game in my life, and it
Me
was
too.
Yeah,
a
Leslie-
live Houston Arrows one. And they
Me
had
too.
like so many fights with Dallas because it was against the Snapdragons or something like that.
Yeah.
The Snapdragons?
I don't know. And they just kept on fighting. They just kept on getting into fights. I was like, if this is hockey, I could probably watch
I mean,
it.
we've got like...
But then I stopped.
I don't even know what it is. It's like a quadruple A super feeder team that's like 4 ranks below the NHL. It's we have the Sugarland Imperials.
There
but-
you go.
Yeah. I thought that was a high school team.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. It's
So what are they doing with the Aerodrome?
Dome? The Aerodome? The little one over there by that
That was
place?
not where they played
No, it
games
wasn't.
at.
No,
No,
they
that's-
play at Toyota Center.
They played it they played it in the
Summit.
Summit. When I last went.
Yeah.
Oh,
Summit.
Wow. Okay.
Summit.
Because I never saw them in the Summit.
That's like local kids.
There is an Oakland Snapdragons field hockey team. I just typed in hockey Snapdragons just to see.
I don't know.
And there is a field hockey team.
what
called
is-
the
to me, they
Snapdragons.
should be like playing
Dallas's
Gryffindor.
IHL team.
Right?
It was Dallas because that's what they were in the IHL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What the hell is the originals?
I think they went to Iowa. Because, I
It's,
mean,
about
they're
the
the...
vampires and stuff.
Essentially, they're the feeder team. They're the farm team for the Minnesota Wild.
Gotcha.
That's kind of cool that they're the wild, like the wildlings.
That just happened.
We'll take you to a hockey game. We're gonna go.
If Neil's going, we got to go to Louisiana.
Yeah, wherever the closest spot the Minnesota Wild are playing, just so you can yell at the ice. Where's your giant? Are you mad? Are you mad those ice dudes killed your people and now you're like on ice? Do you kick the ice hard?
This could be fun. We could dress up as wildlings and like, well, I don't want to rush the ice.
Yeah.
We'll get beat up.
So one of the Arrows games I went to, it was my buddy's wife's first game that she ever went to, and as soon as Monkey also went to the same game, also his first hockey game live in person.
Oh, y'all share a first.
Share first. A puck flies across the glass, and he hides underneath his coat the entire rest of the game because he didn't know that
Nice.
could happen. He's like, it can just come out in the stands. I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, oh, hell no. Hid underneath his jacket. So we get a little bit further along in the first period.
How old were y'all?
This was only like maybe 5 years ago.
Okay, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, it's real recent times, man.
I want to know what logic there is of this jacket's going to protect me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Jackets aren't thick in Texas.
Maybe it was a
So,
winter coat.
So
Still.
we're like maybe like 15 rows from the glass, and we're all the way at the opposite. We're basically like we're just halfway past the blue line. A glove drops on the opposite side of the ice. Kenneth stands up and goes, "Oh, someone lost their equipment." And me and Chris look at each other like, "For real?" A fight breaks out, and we're just sort of watching. We're watching from afar, and Kenneth's like, "Oh, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing."
Maybe if you weren't hiding under a jacket, you could see better.
Josie disappears. We look around. We're like, "Where?" I was like, "Dude, where'd your wife go?" And from across the arena, we hear this loud banging noise. And we look across, and she's banging on the glass where the fight's happening, yelling, "Cut him with your skate!" And I was like, I looked at Chris, and I looked back at Kenneth, and I was like, these are two very different hockey fans that are happening right now.
Yeah, that should tell you some things down the line.
Yeah.
Be careful.
She works on stereotypes. She works on stereotypes. It just makes things a lot faster and easier for her.
It's understandable.
Yeah. First baseball game she ever went to, she's like, "When do I get a hot dog? When do I get Cracker Jacks? Where's he with the Cracker Jacks? He's not doing his job. Where's the like the entire? We're maybe halfway through the first inning, and this is just the entire rant."
She wanted everyone there immediately like, "Oh, here, ma'am. Here's your hot
Everything-
dog, your peanuts, your Cracker Jacks."
Lou Gehrig making a speech. Just everything that's stereotypical about the game of baseball had to happen immediately. And we had to break it to her like, this is like a 4.5 hour game.
Not a movie.
She's like, all in this one spot?
She's like, these don't really last that long on ESPN.
Right?
Yeah, and then it was kind of cool because she's schooled. There were there's people that walk around like seventh inning to make balloon animals and stuff like that, and she just goes, "Can I have some balloons?" And he's like, "Oh, okay, like you're a little girl, oh, whatever." And she starts like doesn't have the pump, starts inflating them all, and then makes the most elaborate. It was like a Pegasus with freaking wings. It was like the most elaborate animal
Most
ever.
most Pegi have wings.
Pegi. Yeah, I mean those like gigantic wings and
Or is it Pegasi?
Peg.
I like Pegasi better because Pegeye sounds like it should be like a pirate that doesn't wear a patch or wears a peg.
Yeah, no, but
A peg eye?
Yeah, a peg eye. Got a hook and a peg eye.
That's a Halloween costume right there. I don't have a peg leg, I have a peg eye.
Like I pissed off the wife. Arr.
Yeah. They call me Woodpecker. Click.
should ask if his wife has splinters.
I can see her coming.
Oh. Yeah, if it went way wrong for that one pirate, it's like I kept all my limbs except for one. Would you care to see?
This pirate needs a name.
Best. Yeah, best pirate pickup line ever.
What's sad is Vivid's going to release this video in like 3 days.
We keep
Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Jazz hands. It's great. The background, they're playing Mortal Kombat, and all you hear is, "Get over here!"
Then him explaining about how he doesn't have to do everything he doesn't have to do. Like, I don't have to work an angle. The hook does it for me.
Okay, so I had to look it up. It is Pegeye.
Pegeye?
That guy? Okay.
I knew I was always right.
The reason why we don't know this is because there's no magic card for it.
Pegeye.
There's no magic card for multiple
Pegasi.
Pega.
I'm going Pegasi.
Pegeye. There it is.
I still like Pegasi.
Yeah, because it seems like you can actually get an idea of what it might be.
Yeah, because Pegeye, you're like, pirate. Peg is already singular.
What was it? The Big Bang, the coccyx,
Yeah, coccyx.
coxagees, I think it was, or something like that. Pegasocagees.
I have one of those to watch.
What?
Pegasi.
Oh no, Big Bang and Modern Family started up this week, so I have a couple comedies.
2 weeks.
No, we're already on
Big
episode
Bang.
2.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this week is the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind
Which
on that
one?
too.
You said Big Bang and which one?
Modern Family.
Oh,
I think Big Bang started last week. Modern Family started this week.
probably. I don't know. I don't keep track with it, but
And then
I do
Heroes,
record
I
it.
set to record the second one. I haven't watched the
Still
first
haven't
yet.
watched the first one. I recorded it.
I heard great things. Charlie was telling him the other day, so I'm gonna
Charlie.
But see, I could probably
than Ed.
get in with Charlie because me and Charlie share pretty similar tastes with music. So
Yeah, that's one of his downfalls. He likes a lot of music that should not exist. I lived very, very close to Charlie for quite some time, and we rode around in his truck a lot.
so you listen. You were exposed to good music, and yet you don't like good music.
You don't like Rebel Acoustic? With bagpipes
No, see that I'd go for.
and a flute?
And a flute. The Blaggers was a good show the other night.
Yeah, I was at
All 40 people at Molly's. It was great.
yeah. Screw that.
They played so long they had 2 breaks.
Wow.
They played for like an hour and 15 minutes, took a 20-minute break, played for another hour and 15 minutes.
They play
and then I
outside or
left during
inside?
their second break. That little raised patio, right, when you walk around the entrance.
Okay, so they're playing outside.
Yeah. So that big tree blocked everything for everyone. So basically everyone was staring at a tree listening to Irish punk music at Molly's the other night.
Yeah, I was at the arcade.
Yeah.
I figured there'd be way too many people, and I didn't want to deal with that.
Nope.
And then I went to the arcade, and I was like, God, this is a lot of
Dude, that
people.
place is getting busy.
It is.
It feels like Chuck E. Cheese
I
up in
finally
there.
went on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday we went.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to call?
Yeah.
Is there
We held hands and everything.
is there an age limit, or like you must be this
Yeah.
tall to enter the arcade?
No.
No. Okay.
There were birthday parties
there's,
going on.
There's kids and stuff like
Yeah.
that running around.
But
however, it's dark enough that you just kick them.
Yeah, if you happen to catch one in the teeth with a knee.
Yeah.
Like, this kid went down. I don't know what happened.
Well, luckily, when you walk into the left-hand side,
He's all tuckered out. He's taking a nap.
Yeah.
And you go back, and there's like the little room. So most of the kids stayed on that side. They were playing a lot of skee ball.
Yeah.
Which there's 2 lanes now, so I wanted to see who would win, my left hand or my right hand.
But the distance.
I was going to go at the same time.
No, the distance doesn't work because there's like 2.5 feet difference between the two.
I got a wingspan.
But no, I'm talking like depth.
Wingspan.
One was in the air for a long time. The one on the left. Because we
My
played,
friends at work finally realized that most of the guys are about 2.5 inches taller than me, and my hands like back to back. I'm actually like my wingspan's like an inch longer on either side than most of them.
Wow.
My friend Jason's like 6'5", and he's got me beat barely. Which is why I was always good at basketball with steals.
So if you stand in the middle of the game preserve and just start windmilling, you can take out a lot of kids.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
He's short. They're short. Perfect.
Yeah, I think I was up there last, and I got my dwarf up to level 11 on Gauntlet.
Yeah, we played that for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I
don't like
prefer it on the original NES or no, the 64. That's the one we played a bunch.
Yeah. Well, that was Gauntlet Legends. The one up there is Gauntlet Legacy.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do
I didn't
is
like
buy
that
an N64 and Gauntlet Legends.
But I did play some NBA
Download the
Jam.
emulator and get a Bluetooth adapter for your computer and use your Xbox controller.
But I want I want
Nah. Yeah, do what he said.
Or you can talk to Derek because
Borrow the-
he's building
borrow the
a
rig.
gang of MAME arcade cabinets.
So Chicago Bulls beat the Houston Rockets like 3 times that night.
Oh, yeah? Were you Scotty Quitton?
You know it. And
Rockets did win.
He did win 1 game,
and then I owned you.
and then he was like, "I'm done."
That's really the bad thing about that game is you can go 2 guards and beat most other teams that are guarding a big guy. Because you're either going to dunk or you're going to shoot a 3.
Yeah. Well,
There's no to win an arcade game. You got to use the rocket strategy.
Kyle was going off with Hakeem throwing up 3s all day. I was getting really pissed.
He's like, oh, he's going to drive. No, I had more threes than anything.
Yeah, that's
like
really,
I'd be
that's all
12
he
down,
did.
and then like 3 seconds later, he's like, we're tied. And I'm just like,
Well, at least it's not as bad as double dribble used to be, because there was like 4 spots that regardless you could be running the wrong direction and hit shoot, and you would throw it over your back, nothing but net every time.
Yeah.
well, it wasn't really nothing but net. It was a pixel mood when the square ball hit the square.
Well, didn't the net color change when the ball went through?
It went from white to gray and then back to white. Like it was just
Yeah.
a little shift in pixels.
A video game that I did like that was basketball, Arch Rivals.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
You used to get into fights with that one.
Sounds like a fantasy.
There used to be another basketball game up there, like one where you could play a full league setting on.
Up at Game Reserve?
Yeah, because I remember playing it at Charlie's Halloween party when Next to Nothing played. And then when I came over here, there's the first end cap where Gauntlet used to be, and they keep sliding it around next to Time Crisis or Area 51. I think you can pick either one on that, can't you?
No. It's Magnum
Magnum and Area 51.
and Area 51. Time Crisis is the one with the pedal. Where you duck behind
Duck
things and you
behind
have to hit the pedal.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
shoot and then
They don't have that one there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the other end cap, because that's the first row, then there's another row, then another row of games. The very last end cap on that same one used to have the game when it first opened up, and there's usually a lot of people there playing.
Was it the NBA Showtime?
I don't remember.
I can't remember which one you could play.
I mean, you
I
did a
only remember
whole
NBA
like
Jam.
year, on it.
right.
I only remember NBA Jam.
Yeah, see, NBA Jam was right in front of the stage at the Next to Nothing show, so there was no playing that game. So at the back, I got to play the other game.
I was playing Starfighter, I think,
Nice.
at the Halloween.
Yeah, so I like Game Preserve. That was
Spaghetti.
pretty fun.
See, I should have made some cookies. That way, the sugar.
Man, and I knew it was happening. I bought some Twinkies on the way over and ate a Twinkie and chugged a coffee, just so that I wouldn't crash out after spaghetti and
Welcome
meatballs.
to it, man.
Wow, you're a stereotype.
Yeah.
Who buys Twinkies?
Dude, the new Twinkies are better than the old Twinkies. Ever since Twinkies came back, they're much more cream filled than they used to be.
I know you like that. Is it double stuffed?
Not quite.
Not yet.
Like 3/4.
See, if Joseph has the Twinkie maker, so
Yeah.
never been used.
So Joseph's nickname is now Twinkie Maker?
Sure.
Twink maker.
Twink Maker?
No.
No, because that fits gaming.
Yeah.
And you've got to have a high level character to twink another one.
Oh.
That was our own rim shot. Bang on Mike.
Yeah.
Big old Mike. Yeah, well.
Yeah, you put these things on, makes that more difficult.
Oh, well, you can, like, look, you can. There you go.
See, I don't play things with frets where I have to move stuff up and down. When I want to play an instrument, I press the play button on my Android phone and it comes to the speakers.
All right.
Guitar Life.
Came out.
I guess. Limitless?
Empire. No, we destroyed Limitless. Wait, hold on. No, we didn't. That was the stupid one. Which one was the stupid one? The one with the lady in the bag.
You've given us no information. What's
Point Break?
Blind
Break
Spot.
something.
Yeah, Blind Spot.
That's what it was. Blind Spot.
Yeah. Okay. So Limitless is based off
For real?
the movie.
Point Break? That's like,
There's a new one coming.
you're like, TV show with Keanu and them, you know? They put them in a bag and they went surfing.
Oh, y'all said it was that bad?
Nah, man. I love Point Break, man. Johnny Utah. Come on.
Point Break is a little epic.
The remake looks like it would be a great movie.
You can't watch
but
it
then they
every
named
week.
it Point Break.
Yeah.
Like it's like it could have been something different. It could have been something original and different, but no, you had to name the character Johnny Utah and name the freaking movie Point Break. It could have been something good.
Is it a remake?
Yeah, it's a reboot.
Oh, that's what they do with remakes. It's the same characters and the same movie.
Most of the time, it's just the same title, and then
Oh,
they're
no.
like, "Oh, here's some like different story that we don't think could have sold on its own."
Fairly certain the latest Judge Dredd was identical. The latest,
But it was just called Dread.
yeah, but what was he? What was his name?
Dread.
And then there was the other one with the
His
chick with
job
three
title
tits.
was Judge. That was Total Recall.
Total Recall.
That's all.
I knew Ed would
Yeah.
get that one right.
Uh-huh.
That one was pretty much the exact same movie.
I still haven't watched that one. Like I've started it. Like
There was no
15
try, though.
to 20
You know
times.
which movie has 3 boobs in it,
Yeah.
and you haven't watched said movie.
No, I watched the original,
But
not the new one.
The new one didn't have a 3, did it?
The new one. The new one, I like keep on watching. It's like 15 times I've started it.
Yeah,
and
I
like
don't remember.
5 minutes in, I'm like, fuck this movie.
Colin, yeah, I remember watching now.
I think
Colin,
once he gets on off Earth, I'm done.
It was Colin Farrell and the Vampire.
Colin Farrell, Kate Beckinsale, Jessica Biel, Bryan Cranston.
Holy
Yeah.
snaps! I need to
You're an
watch
idiot.
this movie. Yeah, right.
So yeah,
Ooh, Jessica Biel. Who?
Jessica Biel
does
and
she play?
Vampire Woman.
Does she play like his wife? Because in Arnold Schwarzenegger one, that was the blonde chick.
I was
can't
remember
remember,
like to be like, does she have 3?
The wife is Kate Beckinsale, but then the other person that he knows is
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. So they're both in it.
It's
a lot.
basically the summation of the movie is Dango Mars, Colin Farrell talking about 5 o'clock shadow and everybody, and then like Kate Beckinsale and Jessica Biel fight, and then 3 boobs and movies, and then wrap it up, man. We got it in. It's done.
Wrap it up.
Wow,
B.
I think that's how the pitch went too.
Yeah, pretty
For
much.
the movie. They're like-
No, the pitch went Colin Farrell, Kate Beckinsale, Jessica Biel.
I like this new person you invented, Kate
Wait, hold on.
Beckinsale.
No. So he names the 3.
Kate
Then he says
Beckinsale.
3 boobs.
It fits. It fits.
Guess what we're gonna call it?
Total Recall. I think we should call it the Tri-Boob.
That's- I like-
It's
I
a
like
lot
that-
like the Triforce, but
like
it's
that
the
pitch,
Tri-Boob. Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about a picture.
All I know is I have an artist friend that's gonna get a request.
Nice.
With that, just call him up and just leave that voicemail. Bro, Mars, Colin Farrell, 5 o'clock shadow, Beckinsale and Beal fight. Splody face, 3 boobs. Wrap it up.
Oh, 3 boobs.
I'm thinking
Triforce.
3 boo holding a Triforce.
Use a lot of purple.
No, you need to make the Triforce out of the boobs.
Dude, like
He's the artist.
I reference
not me.
this, I
I'll let
reference
him
this
figure it
every
out.
time the Three Boobs comes up. But Married with Children gives me way before Total Recall was in my life. Married with Children was the No Man Al Bundy thing. If it was a man's world, everyone would have 3 breasts, 2 in the front and 1 in the back for dancing.
One on the back for dancing?
2 in the front and 1 in the back for dancing.
I don't get it. I'm trying to figure it out.
Draw it at home. And you'll figure it out.
Like,
Don't let the wife catch you.
You get like a one of those drawstring bags and put a cantaloupe in it and like put this on your back. I just want to see how this plays.
Yeah.
We can go bigger.
So what else? Shield started this week. Am I the only one that's watched it?
Yeah, I've been busy.
I've watched 4 minutes of it.
I completely forgot that we had watched that, and I started. I let it record, and then I started. And I was like, "Is this from last season?"
This is a long recap.
And I was like, "Oh no! I've already seen this."
Yeah.
About the time Daisy showed up, I guess I have to start calling her Daisy now. But as soon as she showed up, I was like, "Yeah, I've seen this."
I'm going to go ahead and declare season 1 a write-off. I'm just going to go ahead and start on season 2 so I can try to catch up, hopefully. Because I saw...
You didn't watch season 1, man.
I'm only like 4 episodes in on season 1, but I can't dedicate... I have a 3D printer now, so I can't dedicate that much time to watching stuff.
Okay, no.
Control P, and then wait 16 hours.
Yeah. The way that
plenty of
goes,
time.
though, every time I start a print, I'm like, I have like ideas for 5 more things to go design real quick, and then I'm in CAD for the rest of the night.
Nah.
Put a timer on it. Like after a certain amount of time, it stops and you have to watch TV. It's like the opposite of what people do for kids.
Like a homework timer. I put a homework timer on myself to watch TV.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny. I had a thought that Chloe Bennett may have been slightly preggo during the shooting. Well, they put her in an outfit that's a lot like the Avengers girl.
Black Widow?
Yeah, like a very similar outfit.
No, her name's just Avengers Girl now.
Yeah,
that's her character
She's
name.
got the tank top on, and I'm like, you know what? I wonder.
Her power is she hurls Avengers at other enemies.
But yeah, so I Google search Chloe Bennett pregnant ? That's what you do when you want to know. And the second page that comes up says Chloe Bennett Wiki. Feet, measurements, and pregnant.
It does. It's from wikipicky.com.
That's so like around the time like IMDb was still kind of a wasteland. There was another website you would go to look for like movie news, and one of the most disturbing things was like the first things you would look about any actor or actress was their height and shoe size. Like, that was the second thing mentioned before any movie
I've
that they were
always
in.
like whenever I put in somebody's thing, I always see the net worth is the first thing that comes
Net
up.
worth?
Net worth, yeah.
well, you're like,
I look for the column of number of boobs. I sort by that and start at the top.
so it's always Total Recall 2012.
No, it's always
Total
Chris,
Recall.
It's Chris Farley starting at the top.
Well played.
Well, he's
very nice.
Yeah, Chris Farley tied with the chick from Star Wars with 6 boobs. And
No, then who played? There was I'm thinking of a guy who takes off his shirt and he has pig nipples. It's in a movie.
I want to say Meatloaf.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't remember the name of the movie though.
I know. We need to figure it out. Pig nipples.
There was a dude that
I want to see what comes up when y'all Google search pig nipples, because I don't think you're gonna get what you want to get.
There was that dude. Artie Lang did a Baywatch spoof.
Yes, that's the one I'm thinking about.
He did a Baywatch spoof, and he was running on the beach, and he had like,
yes,
he had, like,
that is exactly what I'm
pig
talking
boobs.
about. So, okay,
Isn't it kind of cool that we all look this way at us on YouTube while we watch YouTube?
Now we're connecting with the audience.
We're watching you.
That's the one I was talking
YouTube.
about right there.
I will not look away.
Inception.
It's your favorite Mad TV show too.
Yeah, but he does the freaking Baywatch run.
This is awesome.
Oh, everyone's getting up.
This is
Yeah,
horrible.
if you
YouTube, Artie Lang, Mad TV bit.
Baywatch. Mad TV was so good.
It was.
He does the slow mo run somewhere.
Did you know Mad TV was originally House of Buggin'?
No.
Was it?
Yes, with John Leguizamo, House of Buggin.
Wow.
Yeah. We learned that when we went to his little thing downtown, wasn't it?
I don't think he talks about that.
I thought he did.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did. He made a joke about House of Buggin, and like 3 people laughed, and he's like, "Thank you."
Oh, pigs can't swim, huh?
No, that's how you brine bacon.
Just throw your bacon in the ocean. When it comes back, it's ready.
No, that's how you get salted rind. Right there.
They're still waiting.
Are they eating pig?
I think so.
So House of Buggin was the original.
Yeah, you should
What's
talk
that?
so that they can hear you. We're still watching your video.
We are still watching this video.
What, I got to fill time?
Yeah,
I think
you put it on.
they are. Oh, my
yes.
Yeah.
They roasted him.
I told you, got that salted rind, roasted.
So that's what he
It's all
meant.
like Donkey Kong.
Okay. Now I understand. Leguizamo made that joke, and he was like, "Yeah, I was the original mind of Mencia."
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
saw
that's
him.
not Mad TV, Kyle.
What?
Mind of Mencia is different.
No. This was the whole thing, but he was basically like ranting about like Carlos Mencia, talking about he had the first Hispanic sketch
comedy show. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said that a lot, but there were others.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Carlos Mencia doesn't do.
He'd never watched Telemundo, apparently.
Well,
Or, I don't know if it's
Yeah,
supposed to be
dude.
a comedy, but it is.
The News is a sketch comedy show.
yeah. I still like that Joe Rogan thing bashing Carlos Mencia, where he walks in.
I spent
While
hours.
he's-
Yeah,
while he's doing his
because he was doing jokes that his opening act had just done.
Yeah. Was it his opening act? I thought it was somebody else off to that
he was
toured with.
He was known for stealing material,
Well, yeah, no.
but the reason why it blew up was at the Comedy Store. He got into his act, got 10 minutes in, and did a joke that his opening act just did. And it was a new joke to his opening act.
Okay.
Like he just wrote it.
Yeah.
And did it word for word. Like 30 minutes after he just did it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I remember seeing the video, and it was hilarious.
I remember
Rogan
seeing
was just all
hours
over
of
him.
Joe Rogan just going off.
Yeah, but George Lopez also called HBO when Mencia had his second comedy special, and he was like, "So when do I get my check?" Because he just did 20 minutes of my material, like word for word, did 20 minutes. He's done Cosby's material. He's done tons of stuff.
He made a lot of money.
He'll be
did.
cut
I mean,
next.
the D2D.
He still sells tickets. He still sells arenas out. I don't know how.
Seriously?
Really? I thought he's dead.
Yeah.
Now the one I like was the big dude,
Carlos.
the big
Fluffy,
Mexican-
Gabriel
Fluffy.
Iglesias.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gabriel
Fluffy.
Iglesias.
He's doing something else on TV. I saw a commercial for it. He lost 180
it
pounds
comes
or
out
something.
this week sometime because
Yeah.
I'm on his Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to stick together as guys. And,
That's called gravity, Kyle.
If gravity gives up, y'all just all smash together. If gravity ever gives up, y'all just all smash together, form a new planet.
If gravity gives up, all skinny people should run.
Nah, I don't want to watch Fluffy's show.
No?
No.
what's it about?
It's another reality news show.
Then, yeah, I won't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do reality TV.
No.
No.
Unless it's cooking.
Yeah.
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 Cooking.
But
is
not
the-
really, because
Outdoor
Well,
kitchen.
I love the 3Ds, whatever that show is.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives?
Yep. That's
Triple
the one.
D?
Triple
Yeah.
D.
I
There you
figured
go.
y'all were going to go with something completely different.
Yeah, I was like, is that what you call the 3-boob deco? The 3Ds?
Now, if they brought Total Recall back in 3D,
3D.
that would mean a lot of different things.
Is that like D cubed? Yeah, that's that bad. I lost my train of thought. I was going to Google something.
Yeah, before I distracted you with the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were talking about Chloe Bennett, pregnant.
Oh,
feet.
yeah, that was a long time ago.
No, cooking show.
Cooking shows.
shows.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to see.
Anything Alton Brown.
Yeah.
Well, the Emmys
I think
were.
Alton Brown is overrated.
I'm happy for you.
Okay.
No, the Emmys were what, last week? 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago. 2 weeks
something
ago.
like that.
But I was interested to look at the categories because Top Chef always makes it, but it's not actually a reality show. They call them either like a structured reality show or something else. And that's what I was going to look up how they separated those out because it's like. I only watch one type of reality show, and the Emmys actually classified it for me.
Oh, yeah? What is it classified?
I'm looking for it now, so I'll I'll be back in a moment.
All right. Well, I'm back now. I have nothing to talk about, but apparently I'm the elected person to fill time.
Yep.
Well, let's
Really?
see,
No
what
Alton
else?
Brown?
Nah.
Anthony Bourdain?
Nah.
He's not really a cooking guy, but
Yeah.
he just goes places and eats stuff and talks about it.
I actually prefer the other guy who does the weird, bizarre foods. That guy, Andrew Zimmerman. Is that Andrew
Are
Zimmerman?
you talking about Man versus Food or whatever?
No, I'm talking about bizarre foods.
I don't know. I don't know about your life.
The old guy?
No, the chubby guy that goes.
A fat dude on a show that talks about food.
Yeah, pretty
Dude,
much.
your Empire chick looks completely different on this website than she does on Empire.
She's cute, man.
completely different.
All right.
There goes Kyle. He wants to talk crap about me, Andrew.
And playing the role of Mike on this week's episode, Kyle.
Yeah, Andrew.
Actually, I'm looking for a link.
Is the name? It's called Bizarre Foods.
Bizarre Feuds.
That could be fun.
That would be awesome, actually.
Just food fights in random cafeterias across the country.
Yeah, and then every once in a while, a history lesson. How about the McCoys?
I'm confused right now because I got to this outstanding production design for
Yeah,
Variety.
Hatfields and McCoys.
Yeah, there you
Did you ever watch that miniseries? That three-parter?
No,
With
I
like
didn't
Kevin
watch
Costner and stuff?
I got it on my Plex.
It's on mine as well. It's good.
Is it?
Really
Yeah,
good.
it's pretty good.
Okay, so what was you found it?
No, I found something called Outstanding Production Design for Variety, nonfiction, reality or reality competition programming.
So there you go.
2015.
It's probably called Reality Competition Show.
And the 57th Annual Grammy Awards was one of the. It's like, did you just nominate yourself?
The award show.
And the award goes to.
Yeah.
to our show.
Thank you.
Yeah. The producer of that show is like, dude, I ain't never going to get one of these. They just hand out like Emmy keychains to the staff.
But yeah, I think it's reality competition.
Okay.
Which there are a lot of those I won't watch.
Like the
Like all of them?
Survivors.
Well, I mean, the one on the MTV that started it all was actually entertaining.
The Real World?
The Road Rules.
Road.
No, Road Rules?
Yeah,
Road
Real-
Rules is first?
No, I thought.
No, they came on. I think Real World was 1 year,
Real
and then the
World.
next year Road Rules started.
Yeah.
But Road Rules was more competition. Real World was just them in a house being stupid.
Yeah, you did the racing on road rules. Like you had a team and y'all had to go.
Yeah, they
do
traveled from
things
place to
and-
place. I think that was really one of the first times I saw a reality competition. Because back then there were no cooking shows. That's when Alton Brown started them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Road Rules.
Yeah, it was The Real World, 1992. Road Rules, 1995.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple years after.
Yeah, it
Damn,
wasn't my
it's been a long
favorite, but it was all right.
There was a lot of Nirvana between 92 and 95 that I listened to.
Well, it's like back when you could watch Beavis and Butthead and they still had music videos playing in between them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's good times.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of new stuff.
Now there's
a lot of new music.
Oh, that I don't even want to see the new music videos anymore.
No,
I do.
not
Have
even.
you seen Anaconda? That's just. that's like the only music video I care about right now.
No, I have not seen your Anaconda.
Well, I don't even know the name of the song. I'm pretty sure there's something. My Anaconda.
It's this battle. There's this ongoing war with different measurements.
Nicki Minaj, Anaconda?
Yeah, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
There's-
watch that video. Then you'll. That's a good video.
Is one of the lyrics, my Anaconda don't want none
There you
unless
go.
you've got buns, hun?
Yep. I was actually looking up the lyrics.
See, I started that a second ago. But
Someone
no one
sent me a video this week that's a metal drummer playing along to that song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like metal.
There's lots of cymbal. Lots of just yeah. And he doesn't pause. He doesn't pause for the Anaconda line in the song. I was disappointed. I was like, you don't drum over that line. That's just a rule.
It's so weird though. Like I'm reading these lyrics, right?
And now you don't like the song?
The
You're like, now that I look into it,
yeah, the chorus is my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. And then
Sounds familiar.
it goes to boy toy named Troy. And I'm like, okay, is my anaconda, is she saying it from her point of view?
Well, I guess she's being like possessive of his Anaconda being hers. But I'm just wondering, like, who she hired that stuttered to write the song. Because they're like, you know what? What's the name of the song?
Anaconda.
Anaconda. I can't rhyme with that. I'm just going to say it 3 times. Hun.
Yeah. The producer's like, let's keep it. Let's keep it. That's magic.
Yeah.
Well,
That's magic.
they were saying that music nowadays, the level of writing is like at its lowest of all time. Like before writers and stuff like that, like kind of like lexicon scores on books and stuff like that. So writing now for music is like 3rd grade or
Everything
something
has to rhyme, and it's got to be like an entire message in under 3 minutes and 27 seconds.
Well, now it's like especially prolific in country music with this whole all these songwriters coming from Georgia. There's like 6 songwriters that have put everyone out of business because it's selling right now, unfortunately. But someone put together a chart that has like, this is every word in every country song that's been in the top 10 for last year, and trucks, creek, tight jeans, like that specific, like very specific phrases. It's overwhelming down to like the and a. They counted every single word, and it's like, yep, here's every word that's been in every top 10 country song for 2014 in one poster.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why you get guys like Sturgill Simpson who put together an album, went to Nashville, and they're like, yeah, we like your songs, but can you go ahead and rewrite it with these some of these topics?
Only?
Yes. Like he did like a 3-hour podcast on Rogan's show, and his basic summation of that was, fuck Nashville, I'm going to Austin.
Right.
And he released his album as is, and it was the #1 album.
Nice.
So I was like, yeah.
I think we're missing an opportunity here. I'm fairly certain we can write in a logarithm that will provide the country western music for the next 10 years.
You keep messing with my head. You keep messing with my head because between medieval, a logarithm. It's like, I can't remember what accent Patrick Stewart speaks with, like, natively. But it's like you're bordering on developing your own nihilistic.
It's so fun to watch your eyes when it happens, because I can see the inside of your brain attempt to decide if you want to like derail it and go down that path, or if you're just gonna let it slide and then wait for it to happen again and again.
Yeah, you're good. It's like you're developing your own like nihilistic dialect. Because there was a video posted, or I saw it a couple of weeks ago. It was Patrick Stewart speaking with his native Yorkshire dialect, and you can't understand a damn word he says. It's a lot like Snatch with the
Brad Pitt's character,
the gypsies, the gypsies. But it's like really slow, but very elegant, and you're like, this is Sir Patrick Stewart, but he's speaking a made up space language right now that I don't understand. Then Borg went deep. I don't get it.
He on Blunt Talk, he actually speaks significantly faster than he does in most other shows.
Yeah.
And there's times where I'm like, what?
Because I saw that video the same day or a couple hours before I decided to sit down and watch Ted 2. And he opens up. He's got the opening voiceover in Ted 2. And I'm like, no. Because now all I can hear is that dialect.
So has anyone watched Blunt Talk but me?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
What'd you think?
Awesome. I liked it.
It's so weird seeing Patrick Stewart like in that.
The Major.
The Major. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that show's awesome. Actually, I mean, it looks really good.
It's as out there as It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, I think in the first 2 episodes, you end up hearing him. He's in the shower room getting beat by his manservant, and like this is like in his office. So the entire floor, all his staff members for his show can hear it, like all of them. He oh my goodness, he needs help in this show, and it is a train wreck that is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, the chick that he picks up.
Yes.
In the car.
Yes.
Can I just?
Is this an HBO?
Showtime.
Showtime. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have that.
No,
You think you have
HBO.
Showtime?
You have
Yeah.
HBO. You don't have.
No, I
Showtime.
think I have the streaming for both.
No.
So
they
you
gave me
want
free
to try something new for the first time ever for the podcast?
Yeah, let's
what's
do it.
this?
I don't know. We're gonna try it.
You pulled up a random video.
Yep.
poem. I was sitting by Arsenal last evening my mother and father were off. Because they'd heard that my old Aunt Susanna were laid up in bed with a cough. She's some brasses, my old Aunt Susanna.
Yeah, you figured that out.
She's looked after, so if they've not, well, then no, but a bother. There's a sample with old Uncle Joe. So that's pretty much how I
understand a single word.
That's how I talk.
I got
Not
most
just
of that.
accent, but dialect.
I heard something about
He shortens the words significantly.
his mom's
Not longer,
health
actually.
and
my
his
old
uncle.
Aunt Susanna were laid up in bed with a cough. She's some brasses,
him over
my
the
old
cough.
Aunt Susanna. That's the reason she's looked after,
Susanna.
so if they've not,
If she
well,
lives so
then
long.
no, but a bother. There's a sample with old Uncle Joe.
Sample of old Uncle George.
That's pretty much how I
understand a single word.
That's how I talk, not just accent but dialect. Somebody said to me not long ago. Actually, it was at the Huddersfield Town ground, and I'd said to him, "What did you think of the game?" And he said,
It's music on the video.
"Well, like sucking hot lead."
Yeah, it threw me off too a little bit.
Everyone on YouTube's like, close the door.
It was like, where's Hangouts open right now? Yeah, so
It sounded to me like someone's car door was open.
Yeah,
it was
I
just
thought-
ding.
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't know because I heard the dogs barking, and
Yeah.
then we had the special guest for a second, and then I heard that, and I was
Did
just
you see
like,
the special guest?
No.
yeah, we had a
Neil-
special guest
Neil
for a
didn't see
moment,
the speckle-
and then I
guest.
hear that, and I'm just like, what
Speckled guest. Speckled guest.
He did kind of look speckled.
Yeah, a little bit.
He wasn't bee speckled, but,
But I had no idea what was going on because I was like, that's three things weird.
Just a given night at Kyle's house.
yeah.
Yeah, until you started talking, I actually stayed up with it, and then no, because I think he said 3 words during one of your syllables, and I got lost.
Yeah, if you miss one, like he said something about his Aunt Susan in bed with the cough.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't hear, and then it was gone. Like
Yeah.
you have to.
if you lose
What
it,
what if he calls someone the cough like we call someone the herp? You remember the herp?
Yeah,
I do remember the herp.
Yes. Yeah, that's how me and Mike.
Good fun.
Me and Mike became very good friends because of the herp. She was following me around the call center when he was my manager. And I kept moving from seat to seat, and I was like, "This is not cool," because she gave me in the letter. I know you know.
It's like you just met in a clinic. You're like, you too? That same one?
She's like, I know you know, but there's always another option, and I'm just like, no. So I just like log out and I move, and then poof, I'm like, shit. So then Mike comes up to me. He's like, why have you logged out and logged back in like 6 times in 30 minutes? And I'm just like,
Got the herp on me.
the herp's
Because this
following
girl's
me.
going off the Viet Cong. It's her vagina versus whoever.
So we looked at Rotten Tomatoes for 2.5 hours and talked movies,
And that's when.
and that's when me and Mike became friends.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
I was there for like a month and a half.
You weren't at the apartment when that happened, were you?
Get the herp off.
We were watching something and she ended up coming over to the apartment.
No, that wasn't me.
And she was trying to either hit on Dane or Kyle or both. I don't remember.
No, I wasn't there. It was Jeremiah, and then it was you and because I've heard the story 9,000 times. But people were going and doing stuff to avoid her. Neil, and then went to the living room. Dane put on headphones.
Yeah, I think she was hitting on Dane.
I like
He
people were
turns-
going and doing stuff to avoid her. Like, oh, look at, I got stab wound. I got to go.
But she apparently was talking to Dane for like 45 minutes, and he's just sitting there like playing EQ, and he turns, and she's still there talking, and he's like.
But yeah, we were sitting there. I think we were watching Stargate reruns, and she came around and gave everyone hugs, and then went to leave. And my door, you walked there was living room, and then kitchen, dining room, and then bedroom, and then door. But there was a little 2-foot deep hallway.
It's 4.
So no, it was the width of the door. So basically maybe a little bit deeper than that. And the door opens. I assume the door closes. I'm like, I got the herp on me, and jump on Jeremiah. And we look over, and she comes back behind the wall and looks down at us. I was like, oh, she's not coming back.
Yeah.
So that was good fun. You're playing with wires.
Yes, I am. And I just banged my elbow really hard and it hurt a lot.
I know.
It hurt more than I'm going to let on right now.
You're going to cry on the air?
It's
Go ahead.
I'm almost laughing. It hurt that much.
Oh, to hit the funny bone.
It hit the funny bone. It hit the funny bone. Whatever that hurdy-gurdy thing he was talking. That's what it was.
Now, we should try to stage a conversation between him and Brad Pitt from Snatch. And just put it on
I
the
thought you were going to say we should stage a conversation between him doing his Yorkshire accent versus him as Picard.
Oh, no. Picard will win.
Like what?
All right.
Hands down,
I'm just
Picard
typing,
won.
I'm just typing away, and I hear Picard won.
Yeah, Picard won.
Accents, really?
Yeah. Well, we don't have Mike here to argue about how
Yeah.
the spaceship dimensions factors into him winning or losing the argument.
He's listening right now, just going crazy.
It's the echo.
If you factor in the echo from the spaceship, it's gonna bounce back and reverberate a lot. It's gonna sound like more syllables are happening.
A little more guttural.
Yeah.
Yeah, more commanding.
How would you pronounce cacophony with your jacked up accent?
Cacophony?
Is that a question?
Hit me with medieval again. Hit me with medieval.
Medieval.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. See what you do.
Sure, brothers?
I got to start putting a list.
Yeah.
I got to start putting a list of words together.
Yeah, I'll tweet them.
And yeah.
I bet you it's just like South Park and he's Canadian and adopted, and they just didn't tell us.
Well, I usually play that game at work. Like, how do you pronounce? Starbucks.
We do have. Starbucks. They hate us.
Oh God!
imagine.
I was like, hey, how do you pronounce milk?
Milk.
And then I'm in the.
Me and you used to do this.
And I'm in the passenger seat going milk, and he's like milk, and they're just looking at us like
milk.
milk.
And then I was like, okay.
And then like he's about to drive, and he's like, no, caramel or caramel.
And then pecan and pecan.
Yeah,
Which I don't think either of those are right. It's pecan.
that's what I said.
Not pecan or pecan.
Yeah, my grandfather starts
It's
to get
pecan.
starts to get the flop sweats whenever you mention fajitas, spaghetti. There's a couple of other things. I think
Pecan pie.
margarita's another one because like my grandpa, he can't.
I'm trying to do this in one sentence. Would you like to go to the all-you-can-eat buffet with me, have a margarita with some spaghetti and fajitas, and just watch the sweat just happen?
Yeah, because you'll say like, "Do you feel like those things? What things do you feel like?" And he'll be like, "Tahitas." Tahitas and sketty and margaritas. It's like
Margaritas.
It's gritas or something like that. Gritas or something like that. Yeah, he can't pronounce any of those things.
Those aren't hard words.
No, but he just doesn't.
Medieval, on the other hand.
Medieval.
You can't even say it wrong right.
Yeah.
Aluminium, anyone?
Aluminum.
Yeah, that always throws me off like on Top Gear. Yeah. Aluminium. Bespoke everything. Aluminium. Bespoke.
I think of it as aluminium when I'm playing Civ 5, but everywhere else it's aluminum.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Advertisement.
Yeah, advertisement.
See, I've been watching Elementary, and those are happening in America because he's in America in that show. So it's really weird because you're just sitting there like, okay, a bunch of normal people, and then him going crazy with words that don't sound right.
I heard an interview with somebody where they were describing how you could tell how much money someone had. All around I guess you would call them suburbs. I don't know what you call them because I'm not from London, but those little spots around London where different ditch people live and where rich people live. So, like, you could tell based on the way they pronounce a certain word, like, oh, you ain't worth nothing. I'm going to go ahead and talk to someone else.
I was going to go with what they're either called curtains or drapes. So,
Or is that too? Yeah.
Well, I know there's like the accident thing I've run into a few people at Molly's before.
What word did you use? Yeah, you ain't got a boat. Who else?
But it's the
curtains, huh?
inflection
Really?
on
Yeah,
certain
curtains.
things as well.
I'll leave you alone.
I don't know what you were saying.
There's like inflections on certain syllables that you can tell from what side of the city that they're on.
Yeah.
We had that discussion at Molly's one day because two people ran into each other and they're like, oh, you're from the north side.
I think it was a behind the scenes for the Kingsman. Where they were talking about the different
I didn't
accent.
watch the behind the scenes for that. Not worth it.
The movie was awesome.
There's
I
a lot
liked
of
it.
downstairs talking happening.
Was there news about Watchmen not too long ago?
The Watchmen?
Watchmen?
Yeah.
Like a new Watchmen?
No, it's supposed to be a series.
For real?
Yeah, I heard about it today.
That feels icky.
I
The
didn't find
movie
the
did
link,
so
though.
well wrapping it up. Like it.
Yeah, they're supposed to do
took
a
care of
Watchmen.
everything.
A Watchmen
I don't really
series.
think there were kind of mixed reactions to the movie.
I love
where the movie was fantastic, but like casual fans who didn't know anything about the story were like, we saw a blue penis on screen for a while.
Yeah, I know. That's all they talked about for like a month.
Yeah, and like it was graphic.
Yeah, I don't want to see Billy Crudup's penis.
And the guy with the mask was kind of a dick. We don't like it.
Yeah,
the music video for that.
When is the guy in a mask not a dick? That's why he's got a mask on.
Yeah. But now, like 20.
Zorro, he
How long
wasn't
has
a
it been since Watchmen? It's been like a decade or more.
2009.
2009. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been so much longer.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, it says report Zack Snyder meeting with HBO on Watchmen TV series.
See? Said
Well,
it.
Zack Snyder and HBO.
Yeah. So
if they Game of Thrones, it could be pretty good.
yeah, I mean,
Those
I can't
mentions-
get to it because apparently I can't search my Feedly.
Yeah.
I gotta figure
Where
that
are my
out.
dragons?
But
Where are my dragons?
details are scarce. But he's met with them about a Watchmen TV series. That's probably as far as it's gone so far.
Right on.
That's all I heard, and I didn't find an article, but I was busy and didn't really look.
Article Collider.com 9 hours ago. Exclusive HBO eyeing Watchmen TV series from Zack Snyder.
All right.
Actually, it was someone that was listening to our podcast, and I had to tell him not to at work.
So
And then they told me,
play that
wait,
for me again.
You're like,
And then they
you're
told
like,
me-
hey, we
then they
have
told me about the
we only have
Watchmen.
8 audience members. You can't listen to it. Though.
And I said not at work.
You are messing up.
Actually, I said not at work out loud. Specifically.
Yeah, like I would just make a macro. Oh, I should do this. I want to go ahead and make a startup script that downloads the episode automatically whenever a computer starts up.
Doesn't
But it'll track it all from the same IP. Damn it.
Doesn't iTunes do that for you?
What?
You just subscribe to us and auto.
Yeah, I
downloads?
use podcast addict.
You have to set it to download. If you don't download and just subscribe, it just goes, hey, there's a new episode here, but it
yes,
never
yeah.
downloads it, so it never counts.
iTunes downloads automatically. You set tail
It
it to
can.
download. Mine downloads to a directory, and then
I subscribe to a lot of podcasts. I don't necessarily want to listen to all of them.
Well, no, this one is download, like a download option, because then I move it over to my directory that my Plex server reads it, and I listen to it from there.
Yeah, well,
He looks confused.
Yeah, that's
I don't want all of them downloading automatically because I subscribe to a lot of podcasts.
yeah.
So it would be me turning on my computer and my computer's going,
You can set timings on it.
because like for some podcasts they don't dial. We do the courtesy here at 3CN to dial it back to 64 kilobits per second, so it doesn't kill your download and it doesn't take forever to actually get to your computer. Guys like Rogan does it at like full bit rate, and so I mean his podcasts are almost always 3 hours long at full bit rate. It takes a bit to download those.
4K video. 4K video.
In 3D.
Yeah. And each camera angle downloads by itself, so you can just build it yourself.
Like TNT, I don't know if
Edit
you've seen
yourself.
that yet. For the NBA, they have all their cameras that are on courtside. You can actually go to TNT Overtime and scroll through all the cameras that they didn't make the TV screen.
Direct your own.
So
Direct your own
you can go
broadcast.
through and like for people who don't have it, it's funny because a couple buddies last year were wanting to watch Rockets games when they were on TNT and they don't have like normal cable.
Yeah.
So I gave them a login and they're like, "This is kind of cool, but I'm so confused because like 4 cameras are set just for like the 2 best players on each team." So like you'll see for us, you'll have 1 camera on Howard, 1 on Harden at all times, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Except for they shouldn't be on camera all the time.
Yeah.
But
If
then
you
there's
could,
2 in zone. Yeah. It's
If you could hear the
ridiculous.
director's feed in the headphones, though, it'd be kind of cool.
You can on the stream.
on the stream, yeah, you can actually hear.
Where you hear him where he's like, go to 7, go to 13.
I think it depends on which one they're playing, but
Yeah.
I've heard it before.
Yeah, when I was watching the playoffs, well, I guess right before the playoffs, I was using ball streams, and I'll give them a shout out because they're awesome. But that's how I'd watch them
ball
here at the
streams?
house. Yeah.
Yes.
Ball streams. Yeah, just rain and testy satchels. Just,
But so I'm sitting there watching it, and you could tell it was like the TNT feed, but instead of commercials, you hear them talking back and forth,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, it's just go get a close up. And I'm like, what's going on?
yeah, it's confusing.
It's pretty awesome.
I went last weekend to go see Bobcat Goldthwait at the Improv.
How was that?
And it was great show. He was the director of the Jimmy Kimmel Show for like 3 seasons. And he would always get these weird directions from certain handlers for different acts and stuff like that. So Nickelback came in to do the musical segment, and they always do 2 musical pieces, and one of them goes to the end of the credits. And they came up to him, and he's like, "Yeah, we don't want you shooting Chad in profile." And he's like, "Who's Chad?" He's like, "That's our singer." He's like, "Why don't you want me to shoot from profile?" And he's like, "He's got a big nose, and it's kind of a thing with him." He's like, "Okay." And in the headphones from all of his other camera guys, he's like, bitch, don't be a pussy, bitch. And so he's like, okay. So he goes to all his camera guys, and his camera guys are asking him, like, what are we going to do? And he's like, I want you to get tight on his face. Just be ready to go. And so it gets to the point where they're about to go to credits, and it's like the second verse of the song, and he knows he's got, okay, he's like, count me down and let me know when we have 10 seconds. So it counts down. He's like, okay, 11, 10 seconds. He's like, shoot the schnoz, shoot the nose. And he's like, go 13, go 7, go 5, go 3, go 1, back to 6. And it's just, it got like 15 angles of his nose close up before it cut to credits. And they actually made him go back and shoot like the only camera that was a long shot. They had to recut it for the West Coast.
Oh, wow.
But the East Coast just got 10 seconds of every angle of his nose.
Oh, that's amazing.
And Nickelback never came back to ABC.
That sounds like everyone should do that then.
Yes. Yes.
We should
so with you.
We should get the Will Smith kid to tweet that.
You send it to him, Neil.
Yeah, I had to. Someone posted something about some kind of inspirational thing, and I was like, "This reads like a Jaden Smith tweet." And I answered back with a Jaden Smith tweet. I was like, "If you think about it, all feet are also socks."
That would be kind of fun to only reply to text messages with Jaden Smith tweets for like a week.
Oh yeah.
I don't get a lot of text messages though, so this could work.
Could be
Like,
easy.
if I had to do it to Hangouts, it would be like
Your friend posts a picture of his kid, and you're like, "Yeah, Jaden Smith tweet."
I may have to get me a directory of them so that I can start to do that.
Oh, I want a Jaden Smith tweet wheel. Just every time someone calls me at work, I'm just going to spin the wheel and be like, "This is how I'm going to answer this one." And get real serious. If you think about it. Especially since I get tons of sales calls now.
But my cup holder's not working on my computer.
Oh. Been a while since I've heard that one.
Yeah. But people are like, "What's a CD?"
Yeah, no.
No, I was talking to one of our who's Mark, the IT guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, he had to fix someone's footstool.
What?
Yeah, I walked into that part of the conversation. I was like, "What part of the computer?" He's like, "No, their printer, the whole tray, footstool."
Wow.
Yeah,
Outstanding.
never heard that one before.
No.
It's a first for me.
And we're called a technology company.
Different technologies.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, I think we're good.
Yeah. I think Footstool ended it for us.
Yeah, Kyle, congratulations. You win the
Look,
you win the award.
I did it.
What'd you do?
Got us to an hour.
Technically, we're probably at an hour and 10 minutes.
An hour and 10 because you don't remember and you can't do math.
Yep.
No, I do remember, but I wanted to go 10 over.
Yeah. That was his goal.
Keep the lie alive.
Till next time, guys.
Thank you.
Until next time.
10 o'clock.
Keep the lie alive. Keep it pimping.
It's actually 10 o'clock. That's when we said.
We said an hour. But now he's just trying to throw in tens. Just all the tens he can throw in to throw us off track. Slider's going down. Shut your mouth.